Hello one and all, welcome back to more Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing. I am the Max V Trades. In the last part, we went to Snowflake Mountain, and much like we did beforehand, we straight up annihilated all those courses, showed everybody what's what, and now we have returned, this time as Banjo, from Banjo-Kazooie fame. But again, remember, this was before Banjo-Kazooie came out, so this is his real first appearance. Kazooie is nowhere to be seen, although she was briefly mentioned in the manual. But, you know, other than that, pretty much just straight up Banjo. Ba-dum-bum. Either way, there's actually a specific reason I chose Banjo today, other than the fact that I'm actually doing this in a clockwork in the character select menu manner, you know, clockwise. The next world we're venturing off into primarily uses the Hovercraft. Now, as I have mentioned in the past, controlling this thing is kind of the worst. However, the handling on it is actually significantly better the heavier the character you play as is. And wouldn't you know it, Banjo just so happens to be considered a heavyweight in this game. So that works out pretty fantastically. Sherbet Island. Kind of weird. Sherbet is a dessert. This place has nothing to do with any form of dessert. And yet here we are. Regardless. Anyway, as Banjo is a heavyweight, I have better steering than I would otherwise, so that works out pretty well for me. Anyway, the first place is Crescent Islands. Onwards! Ironically, I don't think you actually use the hovercraft in this level. No, you do not! Banjo's stats are pretty crazy. They're a lot like Crunch's in that he has great top speed. His handling, however, is not so great, so it makes it extra ironic that I apparently decided to use him as an improvement to the handling of the hovercraft. He also does not have great acceleration, so if he gets stopped, he's gonna have a little bit of trouble starting back over. Either way, with my expert skills, it shouldn't be a problem, no matter how many things I crash into. Aha, there we go. That's technically a shortcut. Oh, sorry about that, Timber. I was aiming for Conker. He just kind of dove straight up in there. Oh boy, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, technically a shortcut. Technically a shortcut. What you gonna do, Conker? What you gonna do? Nothing. That's what. He's too quick. He's too skilled. He knows what's going down. He's training for his first adventure in Banjo-Kazooie, which I already Let's Played like 5 years ago. You should watch it if you haven't. Because, I mean, I would appreciate it. Sure, it was a long time ago, and I wasn't as good at Let's Playing as I am now, but I mean, good lord, how much could I have possibly actually improved? Let's see, I think this is my 73rd Let's Play, and Banjo-Kazooie, I remember, was my 4th. So, that's pretty crazy. I have played quite a many games. And unlike certain other channels, I actually bother to finish all of the games I play. What a novel concept. It's like, yeah, no, you know what, I think I'll just make 5 videos of this series and then never bother to play any more of it ever again. It's probably good enough. Who's gonna care? Nobody, obviously, except for everybody. Across the missile barrage! I mean, if you got the missiles, you might as well launch them every which way. I mean, that's just obvious. You got a bunch of missiles, you use those things. Would be really unfortunate if I accidentally shot him down while I was doing that. Because you know he was racing on over to deliver that balloon. So that could have been a potential problem. Alright, let's see what's next on the agenda. It shall be Whale Bay. Okay, this is a hovercraft level. Let us do this crazy thing. Mazanga! Oh, okay, I did not get the speed up. I would have appreciated the speed up. Alright. Diddy, I'm going to have to ask you to get the ever-loving dip out of my face. Also, watch out for those buoys. For some reason, I thought you could could fly right through them, but you cannot! So, that's something worth taking note of. Interestingly enough, remember the oil slicks you get from the green balloons? Those still work. Now, I understand that oil is, you know, thicker than water and it will float on top of it rather than sink down to the bottom or mix and dilute and whatnot. But, I don't see how an oil skid would still make someone spin out and lose control of their vehicle while in the water. I admit I'm not sure what the word for a seafarer is. For some reason, I almost called it an aquamancer, and that is most certainly not what people on boats are called. A naval... I don't know. Whatever. People, I'm not a guy who gets on boats, so I don't know how they friggin' work. Don't even bother asking me. Whale Bay conquered! And I don't mean conquered. Conquer will get his turn later. Now it is Banjo's day. It is time for the banjos. Thank you kindly. I should probably mention, in the DS remake, they changed Raj Taj's voice. And it just, instead of going, "Hello there, I am the genie of the island," he goes, "Hello, I'm Dodge." Like, he's just some dude. Like, they changed the voices for all the characters. It's the worst. Also, Banjo and Conker aren't in the game because of copyright reasons. Because they're technically Microsoft characters now. So they couldn't do it, so they replaced them with Dixie Kong and Tiny Kong. It's actually where Tiny Kong first got her remade design, where she looks more like a teenager not going through any sort of phase. That's besides the point. There are a lot of reasons to perhaps not care for the DS remake, but it does do a lot of good stuff too. Either way, I shouldn't be talking about that. We're playing the N64 game. So it's all about them sick jumps, bro! Here we go. That's the sole redeeming quality of this godforsaken racetrack. I do not like this place. Too many tight turns. You lose far too much momentum every time you try to do anything. Okay, it's fine. Oh boy. Okay. It felt like something was about to hit me, but everyone's way too far behind. And I was focusing so much on things behind me that I didn't bother to look ahead of me. Okay. That did not go according to plan, but I still succeeded in the end, so I'm calling that one a victory. Ain't no one gonna stop me. Ain't nobody gonna be able to stop Banjo. Hoo-yah! Dude's got too much skill. I do like that he does make all of the same noises he makes in Banjo-Kazooie. Like even the whenever he hits something really hard. I appreciate that. I wonder if they even flat out use the same voice clips. I suppose it's possible. I've never really actually listened to the Diddy Kong Racing voice clips and the Banjo-Kazooie voice clips side by side. It's very possible. I mean, they already had the voices, so why not reuse them, you know? Save time and effort. Anyway, yes, thank you very much. I appreciate your glorious balloon. Alright, lastly on the agenda is treasured. Wait, no, what? Hang on a second. Hold the assortment of phones. Oh, I got this place. I was like, wait, the next place is not a cart place. It's supposed to be something. Yeah, I got confused. Doesn't matter, don't worry about it. Now I shall go and grab the key of this world that I forgot was in this level. Everyone else can just go off and do their own thing. I've got more important things to do. Mostly attempt to drive a car inside of an ocean. If you're curious as to what happens when you do this, now you know. How did I miss? How do I reverse? Wait. Okay, this is silly. Come on now. Come on. Wait for the tide. There we go. The tide goes in, the tide goes out. And it helps you grab the giant golden key. I'm pretty sure that's the quote. Doesn't matter. Door unlocked. That's all that truly matters in this world. Okay. I was like, I'm 900% certain that you get the key when you're in a hovercraft. But that's in the next world. Okay. Because I guess, spoiler alert, you don't use a hovercraft in this stage.
Treasure kills.
Although I don't know why, but I actually have a personal fondness for this stage. It's nothing special, like really at all, but I don't know, I just really like it. That's all well and good. Collect some bananas. Make sure that we can work up on our speeds. There we go. Out of the way, fellow rareware Illuminati. Hoo-yah! Sorry, Timber. Okay, I got. Don't worry, Timber. Crunch avenged you, apparently. Who would have thought? Who would have thought of all people it would have been him to do it? But it was. Not such a bad guy after all. Who'd have thought it? Sure, he works for K. Rool, and K. Rool is 9 different types of crazy. But hey, you know. Yeah, you know. Anyway, it's actually a fairly short course now that I am going about it yet again. Yeah, especially if you hit all the zippers. Honestly, no course in this game will probably ever go over 2 minutes maximum to finish, which is actually pretty fine. Ain't nothing wrong with some quick and simple racing. Quick jump in, jump out, just have yourself a grand old time. Like I said, man, I played this game forever. There ain't nothing about it that I don't know. I mean, the game has like tons of cheat codes. You can like, you know, if you put in the name Arnold into the magic code screen, everyone becomes gigantic. You can also make the horns of their cars sound like their voices. You can replace all of the balloons to just be one color. If you want all red balloons or all blue balloons, you got those. Stuff of that nature. I just wanted to make sure I point out all this stuff before anyone tries to, you know, or someone seems to think that there's some, you know, some Diddy Kong racing expert. Good sir, I'm confident in calling myself that. Anyway, beat all the races, time for the Super Racer. Who could it be? A weirdo, that's who. What's up?
Well done. Now I challenge you to a race.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Octopuses have, like, beaks, so I'm not sure how you were able to say that, but, either way. This dude really loves to laugh maniacally as he runs around. Not gonna let that happen. Also, he drops mines as he goes, because, brainwashing. Oh boy, not good. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. See, this is why I don't like the Hovercraft. This particular race is oftentimes considered to be the hardest out of all of them. Oh, that's not good. And mostly because of all of the freaking mines he launches. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of a couple... Managed to grab hold of a couple missiles and a few boosters here and there. And hopefully, as long as we don't make any stupid mistakes, we should be able to stay ahead of him. That's the thing. You just want to be ahead of him because then you can't get constantly smashed into all the landmines that I can only assume he is pooping. Seems like a pretty valid health concern. I would suggest you consult a physician, as that is probably something you should not be excreting out of anything. Either way, there we go. Once you actually get ahead of the dang guy, it's not so bad. I also don't remember the octopus's name, so we'll just call him Octi. Doesn't even matter. I beat him like all the rest.
Well done. Try my new challenge. Collect all the silver coins from my wall. Find 8 from each level and win. Then return to me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get right on that. I just got one other world to go through, and then we can start cycling back and start doing these coin challenges. Okay, let's see. So where is the exit door anyway? There it is. Okay. TT, no.
Hi there, I'm TT.
Here are all the collectibles that are collectible in this game, by the way. He keeps track of them for you. We've got 3 of the 4 keys, where there are 4 trophies we don't have, and we have 0 pieces of the amulet. So, of either amulet, the Whizpig amulet or the TT amulet,
Okay.
both of which we need. Okay, so that's all well and good. Thank you for that, TT. Now, unless my calculations are highly off, there should be a 1 genie-like elephant to greet us. Yep.
I challenge you to a race.
The final challenge from him. And it's not really much of a challenge. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's go. This is probably not the best character for this. Like I said, Handling, not as good as it probably could be. Yeah, that's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Just gotta fly with the best of them, and everything will work out just fine. It's a lot like, it's almost identical to the Hovercraft race, you know, just with a bit more, you know, aerial maneuvers. Oh, by the way, you can actually do a couple tricks. You can do a couple tricks while in your plane. Perhaps not the best thing to do in the middle of a race, but I'm doing them anyway because, you know, I live dangerously. You gotta appreciate these airplanes. They really don't look like they're large enough to support any of the characters' weights. Maybe Pipsy. Pipsy is the lightest character in the game. I can't imagine her weighing anything more than maybe a solid 12 pounds. And that's honestly probably being a little overestimated. I mean, I guess if you want to weigh her as much as an actual mouse, those things don't even go over a pound. I mean, I guess if they were fat. But most are not, at least not if well taken care of. Spinning in circles, wooey, hoy, hoy, a dang. There we go. Ta-da! Victory has been assured.
Hello, friend.
Give me that jangle balloon thingy you got yourself there. Ah! Very good. Awesome possum. Let's see. Taking a little look around. No particular reason. Hope you guys had a super fantabulous time. Yeah, inside that Sherbet Isle. Not my favorite place in the world, but, you know, it's pretty cool. In the next part, we've got one more... Well, I mean, we've got 2 more worlds, but we've got one more world before we, you know, start cycling back over and go back to Dino Domain and the like. And it just so happens to be my favorite world in the game. Oh, ain't that convenient. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I'll see you all next time. Yep, hang on. Later! Yeah!